More than a year of intensive talks and the direct involvement of 7 foreign ministers for the last several days failed to settle the differences over how much nuclear enrichment capability Iran will be allowed to have and how quickly economic sanctions will be lifted. The goal is to ensure Iran cannot quickly produce a nuclear weapon if its leaders decide to do so, and to have inspectors in place to detect any such move. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said real progress was made during the last several days of talks, and officials have a better idea what a final agreement will look like. But he indicated he has no illusions about the work ahead.
These talks aren't going to suddenly get easier just because we extend them. They're tough, and they've been tough, and they're going to stay tough.
Kerry also called for support for the extension of the talks in the face of expected criticism from hardliners in Iran and the United States.
We would be fools to walk away from a situation where the breakout time has already been expanded rather than narrowed, and where the world is safer because this program is in place.
Kerry was referring to the time it would take Iran to enrich enough nuclear material to build a bomb, which he said has been expanded by steps Iran took under the interim accord signed a year ago. This is a long and for many disappointing extension, and Iranian-American activist and author Trita Parsi says both sides need to recognize they have to give away more than they would like.
He is pretty accurate in the sense that if this deal is going to work, if this deal is going to be durable, both sides need to give concessions, and those concessions probably have to be painful. If the expectation is that either side can keep 80% and only give 20%, even if they could get to a deal, that deal likely will not be durable.
Iranian President Hassan Rouhani welcomed the extension, but it could put pressure on him because he promised to end sanctions, and hardliners will likely say the negotiations are useless. It's not as bad for the international community, says Mark Fitzpatrick of the International Institute for Strategic Studies.
It won't get any easier to strike a deal, but as long as an interim deal caps Iran's program so it's not producing higher enriched uranium or introducing more centrifuges, that's to the benefit of the Western countries.
Under the extension, Iran will maintain the temporary restrictions on its nuclear enrichment program that were agreed on a year ago, and it will continue to receive limited relief from the sanctions. Pessin, VOA News, Vienna.